Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Drake. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. They got him, man, it's Woods. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive. Here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run for the first time with Benny Snell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Snell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw is Rosen. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
58, come on. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. I get it.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Benny Snell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rosen will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Rosen looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until... He takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A run for Snell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On the counter, Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Snell here on first down. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, Snell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To the side, look at it. That's what I do.
On second down, Snell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5 down. Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Benny Snell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now here's Snell. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll look to run with Connor, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And the Steelers on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Snell on third down. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The kick by Joseph is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing on third and long. McCarthy. Pressure comes, and down he goes. T.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31-32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Like that. Yeah, ready?
Now Newton on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On third down, Newton. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Newton on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's second down.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. 20. Let's go one more.
To throw again. Newton. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Newton. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, we have you on the edges. Have you on the edges.
And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Long day. That's going to be a long day.
Snell on the shotgun handoff. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 buzz.
Here's Snell yet again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, box truck. Go.
On 3rd and 2, McCarthy. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Let's go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Ready up.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. McCarthy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We got Mike 50. Mike 50.
Throwing again. McCarthy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. On 1st and 10, McCarthy. Flushed out right. And that's complete to Adams. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Durham Smythe. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Snell again. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast. And oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them. Likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for them much of this game. But they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had a share of troubles in this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, McCarthy. They go screen. This is Ingram. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He's got his man on the crossing route. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing on 1st down. McCarthy. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A huge play there on the screen pass. 79 yards. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now Snell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They're going to run again with Snell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
You got it. You got it.
Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On 1st down. Snell, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll keep it on the ground. Snell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Snell. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
That's it. Look at him. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Pittsburgh, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody.